Hi, Serge. It's a great pleasure to have you here. We sat through your session. It's inspiring to see what InBev have done. Uh, I've asked very similar questions to everybody, but my question to you is going to be a little different. I know you've gone through your ladder very quickly. You're right at the top, where you're even trying to monetize your capabilities that has been built over the years. My question to you is just two parts. One is, what is the biggest challenge that you face, in moving from, shared service at a strategic center to a center where you are trying to, get into building products and monetizing it. And the second part of the question is, what would be your suggestion for others who was in the lag and the curve, right? If they wanted to take the same path, how do they start?
All right, great question. So I think to the first one, I think there's a couple of challenges. No, first there's an internal challenge where you as an organization, you need to become a B2B sales organization, right? If you try to do what we're doing, which is I need to talk there. If you try to do what we're doing, we're basically selling our services solutions to other companies, whereas in the past you're used to working internally, right, in the company. So you need to become a B2B sales organization. That's the first thing, which requires a very different type of skill set. No skill sets in terms of communication skills, presentation skills. The way that you are able to pitch your products is very, very different. The second challenge then from the market itself is that the market, of course, looks at you as a GCC, right? And us specifically, they look as a beer company at the moment. So we need to build the reputation of being a company that can sell those solutions to them, right? So we need to build that reputation, we need to build that brand. So that's a challenge in terms of the market. Your second question, maybe you need to repeat your second question.
What would your advice for others who lag in the curve to catch up? What would be the starting point?
I think it depends where you are in that curve. No, we saw those five levels there. Depends a bit where you are, but I think the most important thing to me is when you start a capability center. I prefer to call it a capability center instead of a shared service center, to be honest. I think the first big change that you need to go through is implement a mindset of ownership, that your people own the results, they own the P&L, they own the outcomes. And if you do that mindset shift first, you'll be able to build, I think, solutions and products rather than just delivering services at SLAs.
Just a quick follow-up question. The mindset change is one of the difficult thing to achieve. What have you done, to bring in that change?
Yeah. This is a journey that takes 2, 3, 4 years even, so it can take quite a while. How to do that? It's like building culture, right? So you need to talk about it all the time. You need to set examples, and your whole people cycle needs to revolve around it. So in your recruitment, you need to recruit people who fit into this type of culture, who have an ownership mentality, an ownership mindset. In your performance evaluation, the same thing. You need to reward people who are demonstrating themselves as owners, delivering this type of results. So your whole people cycle needs to be revolving around that concept of ownership. And then it takes time because you need to build credibility, right? So you'll need to show credibility, leading by example. Cannot be anything more important than that. You need to yourself lead by example. And then gradually people will see that this culture really exists on the floor. And the results you will get afterwards is unbelievable.
Thanks. It's a pleasure talking to you. Hope you enjoyed this conclave.
Yes.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
Thank you.